on your mind.
Boredom's back in town and now you're feeling really down. You try to watch TV but the shows are all repeats. But soon some online exploration brings a rush of exaltation. Hey, you found the Mr. G Show.
Hi, welcome back to the Mr. G Show. I'm glad you're here. We're going to have a great time today. We're going to play with some water. We're going to play with some fire. We're going to see the effects of air pressure again in another water experiment. And I might just get a little warmed up today. We'll see. We're going to have some music in the show and we're going to get some viewer mail out of the way. So I'm Mr. G. Stick around. I'm sure we're all going to have a great time. Let's get started. Come on. Hey, we're outside. It's great weather out here today. And what we're going to do today is we're going to mess around on the Mr. G Show with some water. I've got here a piece of cloth. It's a piece of cotton cloth, like from a t-shirt, and a deck of cards here. And we're going to have some fun with this water. It should be a real splash. And stick around after this. We have more in the show going on, and then toward the end of the show, we're going to mess around with fire. So today's episode deals with both water and its archenemy, fire, or fire's archenemy, water. Whichever way you look at it, they're kind of the opposite. So today's a show about opposites. Let's get this a little wet, this piece of cloth. Let's pull it out of the water glass there. Now I've got this cloth kind of damp or wet. Let's wring it out. And watch this. Take yourself to get a glass of water like this. Next time you're at a restaurant, give this one a shot. It's pretty much fun. What do you think will happen if I just turn a glass of water over, just doink, it's going to splash and spill all over the place, obviously. But if I just take this piece of cloth and I lay it over the glass, kind of stretched over it, and then I turn the water glass over, a few drops might leak out, but look at this. The glass of water is being held in. I can even peel this down a little bit on the edges. It's being held in, the glass of water, the water is being held in by the cloth. Now a little bit spilled out there, but again, the cloth held the water in the glass. Why is that? Well, it's because the water is unable to permeate the wet cloth very well. You can see a little bit leak out, but it's not very much. It's kind of cool. Pretty neat, isn't it? Let's show you something even cooler. Air pressure is going to hold water into this glass. We're going to take an ordinary playing card like this 3 of hearts here. We're going to take and moisten the rim of the glass here, like so. We're going to take our playing card, we're going to lay it on top of the glass. I hope this is not... the glass here might be just a little bit too wide, but you know what? We're going to try it anyway. Here we go. We're going to turn that over, and then we're going to let go of the card. Check it out. Water being held in the glass by an ordinary 3 of hearts playing card. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty cool. You can even try to get it out, it's not going to come out. But however, if I just tap the card, I don't want to get splashed and soaked here, so here we go. Out comes the water. No glue involved, nothing like that. Give this a try at home. You're going to love it. So, when we come back with our next segment of the show, we'll do a little bit of music, we'll do some viewer mail, and finally, stick around because we're going to be playing with fire. I'm Mr. G, and welcome back to the new Mr. G Show. I hope we all have a great time. It's a gorgeous day outside this Saturday, and I'm standing out here on my deck. You can see behind me that all my leaves have fallen and the yard looks pretty barren, but nonetheless, can't complain. November and 70 degrees. Let's get to some questions from some of the viewers. iKyler98 writes, will you do any more 30 seconds with Mr. G where you put it in as a section in the Mr. G Show? Well, iKyler98, yes, I do plan on still keeping the 30-second with Mr. G spots because they're short, they're quick, they're fun, and sorry I haven't put any of those out lately, but I've been kind of busy at work, and things are starting to slow down a little bit, so look for those real soon. Thanks for the question. Simon Bling writes, hey, nice man, I really enjoyed watching your video. And I want to know if you can do a little shout out to me on your vid. That would be so cool. Anyway, keep it up, bro. Simon. Well, Simon Bling? There, I did a shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed it. Chaos3173 writes, I've been keeping up with your shows from time to time, but I have a question. What got you started in your musical hobbies, and what instrument do you play commonly? I noticed that you have an acoustic guitar, piano, and other instruments in the background in your shows. Well, commonly I play the drums, and less commonly I play the keyboard a little bit, and even less commonly I pick strings on a guitar but don't actually play it. I'm attempting to learn to play the kalimba, and I love to play this little neat device by Korg called the K-oscillator. So I might bring that into one of my songs here for you. Thanks for the question there, Chaos3173. ZXZ, Preston ZXZ writes, important question from your fan. Dear Mr. G, I have a question for the Mr. G Show. I would really like to know what or who your inspiration is for the Mr. G Show and other shows that you've made, like Do Try This at Home or 30 Seconds with Mr. G. It would please me very much if you answered this question. I've been a fan of your work since you first started out making your videos. I am like your biggest fan. If you could answer this on the Mr. G Show, it would make me very happy. Always your biggest fan, Preston. Well, ZXZ, Preston ZXZ. Let's see, let's start out by saying who influences me? Well, it depends if you're talking about music, science, whatever. Some of my influences include Albert Einstein. For music, Todd Rundgren. Freddie Mercury of Queen. Stephen Hawking, when you get right down to the science thing. Great mathematician, great scientist, Stephen Hawking. Clear from Hawking and Einstein, clear over to Howard Stern. Huge Howard Stern fan. Shout out to you, Howard, if you're watching. I doubt you are. Jack Hanna from the Columbus Zoo. I love his style and his delivery. Jack's a really, really smart guy, super guy, and yet he comes off as fun and funny and just kind of crazy acting. I like Jack a lot. David Letterman. Enjoy watching Dave. Dave, I've watched you since I was knee-high to a grasshopper and like your show quite a bit. And last of all, my own father. When it comes to music, my dad's been in a band most of my life, and he has quite an influence on my musical tastes and likes and dislikes. So, hi Dad. The influences I'm talking about here are really not in any particular order, but those are just different influences and people that have influenced my life. So that's pretty much it. So thanks a lot for the question there, ZXZ, Preston ZXZ. That's pretty much it for the viewer mail. If you've got some questions that you'd like me to answer, please send them as, don't send them as a comment, please send them as a message through YouTube directly to Mr. G on my site. And you just might get your message read on the air. We'll see you in a little bit. Hello, and it's time now for my musical segment of the show. I want to just tell you something, that last week I played a piece on the piano, and I kind of let that fall apart in the end, and I'm working on something different now. You may actually hear this song down the road. I'm attempting to actually get these songs so that you can download them, or even perhaps try to get them on iTunes. That was a suggestion of one of the viewers of the show, actually. So here we go. This will be all new for this week, and I may expand on this later on. I don't know. I know a lot of you liked the last song, but the more I listened to it, the less I liked it. So we'll try this. Oh yeah, my glasses? Yeah, I know. My glasses are in my car, which Cindy drove to work, so I'm kind of flying blind here. I've got a different sound for the piano as well. I'm using Piano Tech, and I've created a completely different preset. So it's a piano that doesn't really exist in real life, but it's something that I enjoyed. And the sound will be better this week because I'm going to record this as a MIDI file and then infuse it into the video, so you won't have to listen to outside extraneous noises like the computer hard drive spinning or clacking of the keyboard here. Leave me comments and feedback. Let me start this as a MIDI recording so you don't have to hear the computer. Hello, we're outside by a bonfire that I built. It's starting to get dark and I've got some ordinary baby powder and some coffee creamer. So, watch what I can do with ordinary ingredients like these. Parents, beware, if you use this on your baby's bottom, it could do this. Don't smoke around baby powder. Helps if I open it. There we go. Oh, it's still not open. There we go. Amazing. Ordinary baby powder. Let's try some coffee creamer next. Unbelievable, isn't it? Two items you probably never thought of as flammable, especially the baby powder. Look at that. Crazy, isn't it? Wow. Unbelievable. Again, baby powder. Let's do some more coffee creamer. Let's do a nice big puff of it. Wow. Wow. Amazing, isn't it? Well, I hope that you had fun today here on the Mr. G Show. We played with fire, we played with water, we did some music, I read some viewer mail. Come back next time, we're going to do even greater stuff. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you later. Whoa, as I fall off the thing. So don't miss it. It's going to be a great time. Hello, Mr. G here. We're back with the all-new Mr. G Show. Yep, last show, I hope you all enjoyed, and that's great.